Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this newsletter from scratch and for free in Microsoft Word. So let's open a new document. So the first thing I'm going to do is to insert my image, and the reason for that is because we can base the colours on our image. That way it'll make the whole thing a lot more cohesive. So I'm going to go to Insert, Pictures. I'm going to use the stock images already in Word, but of course you can use your own images by going to Picture from File. So I'm going to use stock images. At the top here there's a search bar. I'm going to type in activities and press enter, and then as you can see when I scroll down there are a huge amount of different images that I can use. So I'm going to select this one here and click Insert. When you insert an image into Word, you won't be able to move it. So select it, go to Wrap Text. You can select any of these, but I'm going to select in front of text. And then you can move this around and make it as big as you want. So I'm going to stretch it to the width of my page. Then go to the crop tool at the top here. If you can't see the crop tool, it's because you're not clicked on picture format. If you can't see this, it's because you haven't selected the image. So once you've selected crop, click on one of the little black markers and just pull it down to where you want this image to be. And then just press enter. Then just move the image to where you'd like it to sit in your document. Next, I'm going to go to Insert, Shapes, click on the square and then click and draw out a rectangle to cover the top bit up here. And now if I deselect this rectangle, you can see we've got an outline, a little line around the outside of this shape. So I'm going to get rid of that by selecting it, going to Shape Format, over to the Outline tool, click on the drop down and select No Outline. And then the Shape Fill here, I'm going to click on the drop down and I can select from a number of different colour choices, but I want to make sure that it ties in well with this image here. So to do that, go to More Fill Colours. And then you've got your colour wheel here whereby you can move this little cursor around and start to select colours from your image. The colour you've selected with the cursor will be here, and you've got this lighten and darker slider here to try to match some of the colours or one of the colours in this image. Now if you're lucky enough to have this eyedropper tool, you can just click on it, you can move over your image and it will select all the different colours, and you can just click and you can see the colour has been inserted here and you can use that colour. Now for me, I've already done this process, so they're now in my recent colours. So I'm just going to select the first colour here. I'm going to move my image over a bit. Once I've done that, I'm actually going to copy and paste this a few times for all the elements in this newsletter. So select it. Now there's a number of different ways to copy and paste. You can select Command or Control C, deselect Command or Control V and move it down. Or you can select it, hold down your Alt or Option key, click and drag. That will also duplicate it. So I'm going to pop one of these down here, and that's going to be for all of our contact details. And then I'm going to pop one over here, and that will be for some of our text. What you do need to do is to zoom in and make sure they're not overlapping. At the top here, we're going to select this rectangle here, go to Shape Format, go to Send Backwards, Send to Back, so that even if you made it taller, it will always go behind this image. Same with this top one, you can also send this one to the back, make it a little bit bigger so that there's never any space between this rectangle here and the image. I'm just going to make this image a little bit bigger. There we go. And then make sure that goes all the way to the bottom. So next is the text. Go to Insert, Text Box, Draw Text Box, click and draw out a text box. Now you simply type in your text and then select the text, go to the Home tab, and then here you can make all your customizations to your text. I'm going to change the font to this one, and then I'm going to increase the size of it. So I'm going to change the font to Helivector, I'm going to increase the size of it. This tool here is very helpful, and when you just click on it, it will increase the size of the text. Next, I'm going to change my font color here. And again, what I've done here is I selected the lighter color. When I've done that, if I click, go down to more colors, it's actually selected that last color, and I can just move this little cursor or slider down and select from this color, but just make it darker. So you're still on this color theme, but you've just made it a little bit darker to enhance your newsletter, and click OK. And as you can see, I've now got a range of different shades of the same color that I can use throughout my newsletter just to make it a lot more cohesive. So now if I just click away, you can see we've got this black borderline and this white background. I'm going to get rid of both of those. So go to Shape Format, go to the outline, select No Outline, Shape Fill and select No Fill. And now we can just reduce the size of this box here. I'm just going to select this text, and I'm actually going to make this 60 and press enter. Now what we're going to do is, because we've customized this text box, we've taken the background out, we've taken the outline out, we're actually just going to borrow it by copy and pasting it. And then what we can do is just select the text, reduce the size of it. We're going to put it to 11, and then we can put some other text in. So for this text here, I'm going to alter the alignment to right align. We're over on the Home tab, and I'm going to make that just a little bit darker. And I'm going to make another one of these little boxes. Deselect it, reselect it, because we'd actually selected both boxes. I'm going to make that smaller, and this is just to add a little bit of detail. Once again, go to Shape Format, Shape Fill. I'm going to choose one of the darker colours. There we go. And I can just move that up a bit. Now, when you're doing your newsletter, try to make sure there's some level of cohesion with alignment. So you can see here, we could do a good job of lining this one up. So what we can do, if we just zoom in, we can move this up so this graphic here is in line with the bottom of March. We can use our arrow keys just to move that down. And once we're happy with the alignment, we can just use our arrow keys to move it to the left. We can then line it up with the R if we choose to, or we can move it over a bit more. Again, that's personal preference. Next, we're going to borrow this text box again. So I'm going to select it, hold down my Alt or Option key, click and drag. I'm going to do that a couple of times because of the amount of text that I need. So in this text box here, I'm going to put quite a lot of text in. So I'm going to go to the alignment and go to left align. I'm then going to press the return key twice. Then I'm going to type my next set of text. I'm just going to insert it because I'm sure you don't want to see me typing. And then I've just popped this in. So with the title here, I'm going to select it, go to the Home tab, change the font, and then increase the size of this font here. So I'm just going to go to Increase Font Size tool. I'm going to select bold as well, and I'm going to keep this one here. If I select it, you can see it's font size 18, it's also bold. Make sure there's enough room for all of my text. These text boxes are great because you can make them as big or as small as you like, and you can line them up exactly where you want them. So I'm going to leave that one there for now, but it could be that I need that at a later date. This one here, but it could be I need to alter that at a later date. Then with this one, again, I'm going to make this bigger and I'm going to add some text. So what I've done is, again, I have pasted this text in because I'm sure, again, you don't want to see me type. But this top text here is this font at the top, and it's font size 18 and it's bold. And the text below is Helivector size 12. And then again, I've popped it in this text box. What I want to do is to make sure these two titles here are lined up. I can try to select them both holding down the Command or Control key. See, I've selected both. The trouble is that the distance between this top line and the text is different between the top line here and this text. So if I go to shape format, go to align to top, although the boxes are lined up, the text is probably just slightly out because of that gap. However, I can just deselect, reselect this one and just move it down. So if you want to be completely accurate, you can pull the text over here, line the text up at the top. You can see the two T's are now in line. Then just use your arrow key to move that text over, and you know that they're completely lined up. Next, I'm going to insert a quick photo at the bottom here. Again, at the top, you can put in whatever you like. If I scroll down, I think I found this photo here. Click Insert, go to Wrap Text, in front of text, reduce the size, and then I'm just going to make it the same width as this box here. Deselect it, make sure it's the same and lined up here. Again, you can use your arrow keys to make sure it's perfectly lined up. And now over here, we can use our text boxes to put in all of our contact details. So I'm going to do that whilst I speed up the video. Okay, so now you can see that I had copy and pasted all of these text boxes. So now they're all the same size, but to make sure they are the same size, once you've put your text in, go to shape format and go over here, and you can see we've got the dimensions of each of those boxes. So what you can do is make sure that each of these are exactly the same, so your boxes are the same size. If you find that your text is too close to the top and you want to know how you can get the text in the middle, select it, go over to Format Pane, go to Text Options, then go to this icon here where you'll find all of your margins, and it's this one here, top margin, where you can move the arrows here. So if I increase it, you can see my text moves down. If I decrease it, my text moves up. That's a way to get your text into the middle of a text box. So once I'm happy with this, I'm actually going to go to Shape Options here, and on the bucket icon, go to Line, go to Solid Line. I'm going to make sure it's white, and then the width point is 0.5. I deselect it, that's perfect. And then what I'm going to do is do that for all of them, solid line. Because it's already selected, just select solid line. And then what I need to do is to make sure these are all lined up. So I'm going to roughly put them this distance apart. So select the top two, holding down that Command or Control key, go to Shape Format, Align to top. These two here, align to bottom, so they're both aligned to the bottom there. And then we can select these two, align to left, and these two here, align to right. So as I say, to select multiples, hold down the Command or Control key. So I'm going to do that again by selecting them all, go to Group and select Group. Now this is all one group. So what we can just do is to utilize our arrow keys. You can either line up this edge here with your margin, or you can just try to put it in the middle of the text itself. So from this point here to this point here, you can sort of line that up. What we can do is move that box so that it's lined up with the E here, the furthest word here, or the furthest character. Then we can just use our arrow keys to roughly put that in the middle of that text. You can line it up with whatever you like, it's completely your choice. And then finally, we're going to select another text box. We'll do this one here, copy and paste it to here. We're going to go to Shape Format, we're going to go to Shape Fill, and we're going to click on the darker one. We're then going to go to Outline, select a white outline, and I think we're going to go down to Weighted and select 2. And then double click inside, select all of the text. I'm going to put in some more text, but this time But this time, to add a little bit of interest, I'm going to type my letter. Let's just turn all of this white first. So go to the Home tab, font color white. I'm going to type my letter, make a space, type, space, so on and so forth, just to add a little bit of interest. Select them both, change the font, and then align to center. And once again, you can see how that's made quite a nice little box that we can just pop up here. Of course, you can put anything you like in this box. Again, I'm just showing you different techniques that you can use to create different graphics within your newsletter. So make sure that this one here is in the middle of the box here, and you can do that by eye, or you can make sure that this box is perfectly in line with this edge here, which it's not. You can pull it over, you can see it now, but I always find that occasionally it will keep showing that little line. So I always tend to do this by eye. Let's just check that photograph's in line. Yep. So I'm happy the margin this side here is the same as this side here. And so I click on this one, hold my Command or Control key down, click on this one, go to Format Shape, Align, Align to Center, just to make sure that these two are perfectly aligned. Perfect. So once you're happy with all the alignment, you can save this out as a PDF file, or you can save it as a template, because then you can use this whole style over and over again. To do that, go to File, Save As, go to the bottom here, you can find PDF. Alternatively, go to File, Save as a Template, then you fill out the top here, make sure it's in Templates and Microsoft Word Template. Then when you open Word again, you'll see on your home page you've got your templates. Alternatively, if you don't want to do any of this and you'd like access to this as well as all of my other creations, then I'll put a link in the description below. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.